Of John chapter 8 verse 32, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. It is the truth you know that will set you free. No truth, no freedom. There is no nation that can thrive. No nation can succeed on lies and deception. We have to understand it. It is important we do so. Looking at the screen, it is very clear. Looking at the screen, it is very, very clear. And that is the focus of our broadcast this very moment. United Nations condemns Nigeria and Kenya. United Nations condemns Nigeria and Kenya over their role in the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. I want to confirm that my voice is coming out. That is what I'm trying to do now, to know and to understand that my voice is coming out loud and clear. As soon as that is done, we shall continue without any hesitation. As soon as that is confirmed, we shall continue without any delay. Please bear with me, stay with us. I shall be right back without any delay as soon as the confirmation is made. Very, very important, because that is the essence of communication. That when I speak from this side, you will hear from that side. That is how it should be. It's a two-way thing between the communicator and the recipients, the audience. So please bear with us as we try to confirm that our voice is coming out loud and clear. I am trying to make sure that my voice is coming out live and clear. Okay, it is very, very live and very crisp. We must continue. We must continue. Looking at the caption, we must continue. Thank you for bearing with us. It is important what we're doing. Very, very critical. Remember that we started from the very top of this document that is on the screen. We started from the top of it. I am going to scroll again that you may see where we are coming from, that you may also understand where we are at the moment. Very, very important. I want you to take a look and see from the very top. This is a document I am broadcasting from. Okay? All right. For those that are joining us for the first time, after this very broadcast, it is important you go to the live archive on this very platform, Engine Speak, also on any other platform where this enlightenment broadcast, the segment, the previous broadcast have been shared to. If you go there, you will see them. Okay, this is from the Human Rights Council Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, and the focus is Nnamdi Kanu, Kenya and Nigeria. Because of time, I don't want to go back to the things we have said in the previous broadcast. We have been broadcasting from the paragraph 1 all the way to the paragraph 12. All the way to the paragraph 12. And please permit me to continue from there. Let's take it from the paragraph 11 for the sake of time. I want you to be focused on the caption of this broadcast. The title of this broadcast: today is the 11th of March 2024, and the caption is UN condemns Nigeria and Kenya over Nnamdi Kanu. UN, United Nations, condemns Nigeria and Kenya over Nnamdi Kanu. I am Pst Maxwell Nnawuihe, and this is the paragraph 11 of this very powerful document, the most powerful document in recent history that is in the favor of Biafrans and Nnamdi Kanu. Let's read together from the paragraph 11. Reportedly, the of fact was submitted to the Federal High Court of Nigeria on 21st October 2021, demonstrating the department's contempt of court and denial of access to Mr. Kanu's lawyers to their client on 4 occasions. According to the source, the affidavit of fact requested the dismissal of the 7th count amended charge based on the court's lack of jurisdiction. We have taken this before, so I'm reading it straight. And the paragraph 12, I'll read it straight. Then we'll continue from paragraph 13. It is also reportedly argued that the federal government of Nigeria failed to plead offenses cognizable under Nigerian law. In other words, they were not able to defend what they put forward as charges against Nnamdi Kanu under the Nigerian law. In other words, they were not able to convict him. They were not able to make their case under Nigerian law why they should file such charges against Nnamdi Kanu. They could not prove, they could not substantiate the charge they preferred against him. Okay? And it continues. It also reportedly argued that the federal government of Nigeria failed to plead offenses cognizable under Nigerian law and violated international laws when it ordered Mr. Kanu's extraordinary rendition and denied him access to counsel of his choice. Paragraph 12. The source reports that on 10th November 2021, a hearing took place before the Federal High Court of Nigeria to address Mr. Kanu's motion to dismiss the amended charges. Reportedly, the department singled out Mr. Kanu's international lawyer from other attorneys present and denied him entry into the courtroom for the 5th time without explanation. According to the source, Mr. Kanu's attorneys had agreed to boycott the court proceedings if the international lawyer was denied entry into the courtroom and therefore decided to move forward with the boycott. A video press conference was allegedly held outside the courtroom to explain the reasons for the boycott. The source reports that without communication with any of Mr. Kanu's lawyers, including his local lead counsel, the judge of the Federal High Court consulted privately with the prosecutors in Mr. Kanu's presence, but without his legal representation. The source explains that the judge subsequently adjourned the case until 19th January 2022 with no explanation. I have enlightened us on these paragraphs I just read now, all the way from the paragraph 1 down to the paragraph 12 I just read now. I don't want to go back to that because of time. But one thing I want you to know is that the source in reference is Bruce Fein, the international attorney of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is the source. Anywhere you see the source in this document, the reference is made to Bruce Fein. He is the source. He went to the United Nations. He made a strong case on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu. And following all his reports and the process of that very movement or that very journey, UN now arrived at a conclusion, and the conclusion condemns Nigeria and Kenya over their action in the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. Now let's take the paragraph 13. According to the source, Bruce Fein, since his extraordinary rendition, Mr. Kanu has been detained in solitary confinement within the headquarters of the department in Abuja. Reportedly, Mr. Kanu is being held in a very small cell where he is exposed to daily psychological and mental torture without access to other inmates or any other person except for the department officers. Mr. Kanu is also allegedly denied access to reading or writing materials and has been refused access to professional medical care despite a serious heart ailment. Now, the heart condition of Nnamdi Kanu has been since 2021, according to this very United Nations document. His health deterioration has started following his torture in Kenya before he was forcibly brought back to Nigeria. So what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu right now? When you hear us talk about his diagnosis that the left ventricle valve of his heart is leaking blood, it is not a lie. It is not a propaganda. You must rally around to see what you can do. In one way or the other, if you are in position to speak to the government of Nigeria to ensure the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu, please do so. Saving his health, taking care of his health, making sure that he receives a good medical attention equals saving his life. And saving the life of Nnamdi Kanu equals saving the lives of about 70 million Biafrans, because he is the leader that God has chosen to lead the Biafran people into freedom. Whatever happens to him happens to the entire population of Biafrans. We continue. The source reports that Mr. Kanu's life is in jeopardy and that he suffers from a medical condition occasioned by gradual depletion of potassium in his system, which has defied any medical solution given to him within the department facilities. Of course, the Department of State Security Services cannot afford a medical treatment to the professional level to curtail or to bring solution, to bring adequate treatment to ensure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu recovers from his heart condition and his overall health condition. They don't have such facility. All the political leaders in Nigeria, if they have a minor headache, they will fly abroad. If they have ordinary running stomach, they will fly abroad. If they have, even if it's just cough, they will fly abroad. They are scared of Nigerian medical institutions, hospitals, because they are under-equipped, much less such a complex heart condition that, that is very, very dangerous if care is not taken, that could result to paralysis, that could result to stroke, that could result to coma. They can't treat him there. That is what the source is trying to say. And that is what we have been saying all along all these years. And I believe that God is going to answer our prayers and they will release Nnamdi Kanu that he may take care of himself medically and, of course, fulfill his purpose that God has given to him. Let us go to the paragraph 14. The source notes that medical examination reveal a dangerous plunge in his potassium levels. The source alleges that the facility's medical personnel have collected 21 blood samples from him. 21 blood samples from Nnamdi Kanu. They kept on collecting the blood samples as if they want to do experiment on him. You know, this is dangerous. Extracting blood from him using needle to extract blood sample 21 good times as at the time of that very document. That was in 2022. Now, this is 2024. Do you know how many more times they must have taken his blood samples? It's not all about taking the blood sample, trying to run tests, trying to see his health, trying to see what is going on with his health and how to provide the medical care. After running the samples, where are you going to treat him? Are you going to treat him in the cell? Are you going to treat him in the Department State Security Services, which don't have a modern, no state-of-the-art medical center in that very facility? Now, listen to what is being said in this paragraph 14. The source notes that medical examinations reveal a dangerous plunge in his potassium level. The source alleges that the facility's medical personnel have collected 21 blood samples from him without permission, in search of the cause of his drastic depletion. No permission. They simply tell him, oh yeah, bring out your hand. We want to take a sample. Come on, hold your hand well. Come on, hold your hand so that the vein, we can see the vein. No permission. As if he's a little baby. As if he's a toddler. This is, as we speak today, the king of Isiama Forukui Begu in Nnawuihe, Abia State. Nnamdi Kanu is the king. He's a royal majesty. He is the royal majesty of his community. He is a royal. His late father was the Eguku II of Isiama Forukui Begu. His royal majesty, Israel Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was the crown prince as at the time his father was alive. And in the custom and tradition in Africa, when the king dies, the crown prince becomes the succeeding king. He becomes the next king. After the death of the father of Nnamdi Kanu, his royal majesty, Nnamdi Kanu becomes the king. This is the king of his people. He's being treated like a commoner. He's being treated like a slave. He's being subjected to all manner of inhuman treatment and degrading treatments. They just take his blood samples without permission in search of the cause of this drastic depletion. We continue. The source adds that Nigerian authorities were feeding Mr. Kanu poorly prepared food and subjecting him to food deprivation without the intent of slowly killing him until an action was filed on his behalf. It is noted that there have been some recent improvements in Kanu's provision of meal, which means if action was not filed against the authorities, they would have continued to subject him to food deprivation and all this kind of torture until possibly he dies. And they will tell you he died due to undiagnosed diseases. Whereas and today, we hope to come back to you again today with this very enlightenment broadcast. I want you to remain the focus. Remember the focus of this broadcast. UN condemns Nigeria and Kenya over Nnamdi Kanu. I am Pst Maxwell Nnawuihe. This is it. The paragraph 14. Let us take the paragraph 15 before we call it a wrap. The source reports that during his detention in Abuja, Mr. Kanu was permitted access to two persons on Mondays and Thursdays for 2 hours each session. The source notes that such time limitation is inadequate for Mr. Kanu to be able to prepare a full and professional defense. Further, the source explains that his lawyers cannot take any notes during their meetings with Mr. Kanu as they are denied pencils and paper. The source adds that on 2nd and 6th September 2021, the Department of Security Services in Abuja denied access to one Mr. Kanu's counsels during a meeting aimed at advising him on international laws. Now, our next broadcast is going to be number B. Number B, which is legal analysis. Don't miss it. Don't miss it for any reason. Legal analysis is going to be our next segment of broadcast on this enlightenment broadcast. That is under paragraph 15, going to paragraph 16, legal analysis, which will begin from the paragraph 16, legal analysis. That will be our next segment of enlightenment broadcast. I am Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. Please share this broadcast. Subscribe to this channel on Engine Speak. If you don't have an account with Engine Speak, it is important that you open an account with Engine Speak. Engine Speak allows you to broadcast without any censorship. Engine Speak allows you to air your view without anybody trying to, remote control you or monitor you or censor you or suppress your content. Never, ever, ever. We are here on Engine Speak. Follow me on Facebook, Maxwell Nnawuihe. Follow me on Twitter at Maxwell Nnawuihe. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Maxwell Nnawuihe. And every of my video and content, if you want to take hold of them, go to Google and search Maxwell Nnawuihe or Pastor Maxwell Nnawuihe. You will see all my broadcasts, all my videos, all my messages, all my prophecies, and every other content that is connected to me or that came from me directly. This will help you to be guided, that you may know what is the truth, that you may embrace it and you allow it to prevail. And above all, that you may lend every support that you can muster in the support of the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, that is the focus of our next broadcast, legal analysis. Legal analysis. Thank you very much for being there. Thank you very much for watching. See you in our next broadcast. Goodbye from here, and God bless you.